powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans.
Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans.
Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans.
Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans.
Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
Day 2 action of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic continues here from the Hinsdale Bank Gym. Daniel Coletta on the call here with Scott Kiefer, and we have a fantastic second game here that's going down between the Plainfield East Bengals and the Stevenson Patriots. Scott, tell me, what are you looking forward to most as we're about to get ready to start this game?
You know, in this game specifically, we have a huge height difference. So I kind of want to see how, Plainfield East can kind of match up with this. They got a couple tall players on the Patriots. I'd like to see how they can kind of match up with this. Maybe, rebounding is a key to this game.
It sure will be, absolutely. Take a look at some of the guys on this roster. I mean, one of the guys you got to keep an eye out for on the Plainfield East side, obviously yesterday doing some damage. Even at 5'11", you do have Deshaun Miller, who is a great guard in his senior season. But you also do look at some of these other guys out there. Ogbomo, another great guy to have if you're looking at Plainfield East's roster. So there's a lot of different things. And then Kevin Shofa had a couple of clutch three-pointers yesterday, even in the loss to Brother Rice. But that's something to keep an eye out for here because both of these teams are going to be fantastic to watch. And starting lineups are just about to get underway here. And we're just taking a look at who we have. But overall, what's going to be the biggest priority for Stevenson in order to stop the height of this Plainfield East team?
I think one way that they have to go about it is we've seen a lot of teams win games because of their passing ability. They got to be able to outpass their opponent. Find players in open space to get great shots off because the height advantage might not make looks be so good. They might not be able to get the best shots off. So you got to see if you can find the open guys through passing.
Starting lineup's about to be released right now. Looking forward to both of these teams. So we're going to get starters right now for the Patriots as they get ready to get their starters announced. We have Atticus Richmond. You also have out there number 5, Rocco Paglioccia. You have number 30, Kevin Clement as well. And number 13, Jack Dabbs to go along with number 4, Aiden Bardick. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, looking at Plainfield East right now, we got Ehi Ogbomo along with number 24, Kobe Jordan, guard number 3, Elijah Little, to go along with number 21, Kevin Shofa, and Deshaun Miller.
And the head coach of the Patriots, Mr. Will Benson.
Head coach is going to be Will Benson, coming over from Huntley High School for the last 9 seasons. Guided the Red Raiders to 76 wins, 3 seasons in Huntley.
Number 2, A.E. Ogbomo.
Now over on the other side of things, meanwhile, for Plainfield East, we have head coach Camber Sarkaria. As both teams are about to get ready to jump things up.
Number 3, Elijah Little.
Should be a very interesting game. Just obviously saw the conclusion of the Morgan Park game before us. Obviously, I got here a little late for that one, but still, Morgan Park was able to pull out the victory, 54-50 over St. Charles East, and they will play tomorrow against the winner of this game.
Mr. Cover Sarkaria.
And let's do it. We're about to jump things off here, and this should be an interesting matchup. Again, like we said, trying to see how the height's going to match up with Plainfield East and Stevenson on the other side, who does look a little bit smaller. But we did see yesterday, Stevenson does have the depth in shooting in their 2-point loss to the Rockford Auburn.
I was going to say one thing I would like to see. We saw it in the first game. How are these teams going to react coming off a loss yesterday? Both teams, didn't have the best performance yesterday. Can they kind of put that behind them, come out with a great performance today?
So we're just about to get things underway as Kevin Shofa will be on the tip. Meanwhile, on the other side of things for Plainfield East,
it's like Atticus Richmond.
For Stevenson. Yeah, excuse me. Actually, there's Atticus Richmond on the jump. Richmond's a taller guy. He's 6'8". Does make up with that size there for some of the smaller guys on the Stevenson side.
Jumping center.
Plainfield East will go right to left. Stevenson will go left to right. They're just getting some last-minute things looked at with the clock.
Oh, the scoreboard does still have the Saints versus the Mustangs game.
Still does have
up on
that.
the board.
So that'll be a quick delay here as we get things about to be kicked off here in Game 2 of Day 2 of action at the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic.
Saints and Mustangs, don't be fooled. Those games are over. The one over here to
And
the
everybody's
south,
talking over.
that has the correct names, Plainfield and Stevenson. So
Should be a fun matchup regardless.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of key players on both sides. We're talking about for Stevenson, Atticus Richmond. I feel like he's going to be a big factor with his height advantage. And then Ogbomo on the other side for the Bengals. He should be their facilitator.
And we tip things off. Stevenson wins the tip. And off we go here from the Hinsdale Bake Gym. Game 2 of action. Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic on SportsTownChicago.com. Start things off now. And Richmond gets it over onto the right side. Back to the left wing. Back to the corner. It's Richmond who has it. To Clement. Now Paglioccia up top. Looking for somewhere to go. Dumps it off to Bardick on the right side. Right wing to the corner. It's going to be Dabbs to Clement. Shot clock winding down. Paglioccia puts up a shot. There it is. The first 2 points of the game. Rocco Paglioccia.
Good position with a lot of movement on that one from Stevenson.
he opens the scoring.
So Pagliocca opens scoring. Stevenson, as the scoreboard is correct. They finally announced it. So here, driving now is Chofa in the lane. Heavy traffic, able to get that one to go.
Able to kind of swift his way in there and get in between so many defenders.
See how Stevenson can respond. Coming back the other way, it's Bardick. Gets it over to Dabbs. In the corner, Pagliocca has it. Back to Bardick. Drove into some traffic. Tried to get it to Pagliocca. He does. Another kick out extra pass for 3. No good from Richmond. And the rebound goes into Plainfield East. It's going to be controlled by Deshaun Miller. Brings it up.
Not a bad possession from Stevenson there. Getting a nice look from 3.
Now Kobe Jordan has it on the wing to Shofa. It's another pass over. Down low to Jordan. Got in position.
Ooh.
And hit the deck. It was off balance shot. Couldn't get it to go. And now coming the other way. Numbers for Stevenson, as you said. Gets back. Here's the 3-pointer. That's up. That one a little bit too strong. Fight for the rebound. Right in perfect positions. Richmond got another rebound, and the ball's bouncing around like crazy. And Pagliocca got it, and it's finally secured by Ehi Ogbomo.
Couple good offensive rebounds there from Stevenson.
Foul's called on the floor momentarily.
Fouls on number 5.
And that's Pagliocca.
Richmond, his team first this quarter.
I think they got a little mixed up there. They said it was on Richmond, but Pagliocca did pick up the foul. Now coming the other way with it.
There we go.
And there's the correction, as you just might have heard. Here's Ogbomo has it. Gets it over to Chofa. Extra pass to the corner. Jordan's going to try the 3. No good. That one off the rim. Looks like he was trying to bank it. Ogbomo was able to pick the ball up. And just a bad pass. Tried to get it to Deshaun Miller in the corner, but a turnover for Plainfield East.
Not a terrible possession there from Plainfield East. They were able to get a couple nice shots. They were getting a lot of good looks there. Ogbomo fighting for it down low. Just a bad pass at the end there.
And playing pretty good defense all the way down the court as Bardick was controlling the ball. Clement faked on a 3, got it to Pagliocca. Back to Bardick, going to try a 3, had some space. Little too strong. Fight for the rebound. Able to get it back was Dabbs and able to put it up and in. Nice little hook shot inside.
Dabbs with a nice little just finesse touch there. Able to put it into the basket.
Score is 4-2 with 5:17 to go in the first quarter of action here between Plainfield East and Stevenson. Game 2 of action, Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. And that one goes down. A nice shot there from Elijah Little.
Elijah Little working it there. Able to create some space on his own.
See how the Patriots want to respond. There's a 3-pointer. That one goes down. Perfect positioning was Radicus Richmond.
The big man getting outside, getting a nice shot off, knocking it down.
And finding ways to respond on both sides. Here's Jordan. Nice turnaround in the paint. Off glass. Tried to go. No good. Fight for the rebound. And it's finally controlled by Atticus Richmond. Stepped away. Bardick ended up getting the ball back. Pagliocca pulled up for 3, but it's going to be a travel and a turnover for the Patriots.
Yeah, he kind of just stopped on a dime and then kind of took an extra step trying to get into a shot there. Refs are going to see that every single time. It was a great look, though. Good idea. It's just you gotta stop sooner.
Got to watch those feet, or otherwise they are going to call too many steps, which they did. Deshaun Miller's going to bring it up for the Bengals. Hand off to Kobe Jordan. Schoaf has it up top. Tried to drive. Pass inside. Just a little too strong. Went off the hands of Jordan. Turnover Plainfield East.
You know, Kobe Jordan has been trying to get some looks down low. Finally got the ball down there. You've seen him kind of work in that area so far this game. Finally gets an opportunity, and the ball just not placed right where he wanted it.
So here's Aiden Bardick. And that's going to be an offensive foul. It's going the other way.
Number 4.
Looks like he tried to push off as he was trying to come across.
I was going to say, you're starting to see a little bit of panic as they're trying to get over half court. Seen the Bengals put a little pressure on Stevenson.
So Plainfield East can capitalize off of the Stevenson turnover. It's a 3-point game. Patriots up 7-4 early in this one. Here's Jordan. Got it to Little. Miller now in the corner. Gets it back to Ogbomo. Has it up top. Picked up by Clement. Drives into heavy traffic, and there's a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Clement, and that'll send Ogbomo to the line for 2.
Ogbomo fighting his way in there on that possession.
30, Clement.
So now Ogbomo get a couple at the line, a chance to cut the lead to 1. Ogbomo had himself a nice game yesterday. Offensive scoring factor as well as a good defensive player. Plainfield East thought it would be it ended up being a close game than normal yesterday. Ended up losing to Brother Rice. It was Brother Rice's first time in the tournament. Very interesting matchup. See Brother Rice later on today at 5:15. Take on Rockford Auburn. That should be another interesting matchup.
Be a good game. Two teams that played really well yesterday.
You can check out that game on sportstownchicago.com. We'll have that for you guys later on today. Meanwhile, Stevenson and Plainfield East in this one. It's been good so far. 7-5 ball game. Stevenson on top, and that ball was stripped. And Plainfield East is able to pick up the loose ball. Now coming the other way with numbers is Miller for Plainfield East. He's able to go all the way himself and lay it up and in. Beautiful layup goes in. And just like that, it's a perfect attempt. You got a tie ball game. See how Stevenson wants to control this here. In the
corner. Faked out
Paglioka. And just a pass that sailed over the head. Clement tried to save it, stepped out of bounds. Just a little bit of miscommunication on the part of the Patriots.
And that was a great possession by Stevenson. Just the ending, just not in sync with the passing.
And Curtin in the ball game for Stevenson.
So now see Plainfield East take the ball over here. Friendly reminder after this game, you can check out Lincoln Way Central as they take on Schaumburg, who lost to Hinsdale Central last night. That game will tip off at 12:30. We'll have that right here on sportstownchicago.com. That should be an interesting game as well. Miller's going to try a pull-up 3, goes off the back rim, fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul. Looks like Miller's going to pick that one up, and it's going to go the other way. Stevenson ball.
Yeah, Miller just going in there a little bit too fast, just trying to get in front of his opposing player to get the ball, and it's just, when you catch a body, they're going to call that one.
So now Stevenson an opportunity here. Coming the other way. Now driving inside. That pass looked like trying to take the offensive foul was no good. Paglioka from the opposite corner is good.
A great find from Richmond there to find this guy taking a hit down low, finding his man outside and getting a nice shot for a 3.
Ogbomo has it on the wing. Trying to drive inside. The kick to Miller. He's going to try a 3. And that one just a little strong. Went around the other side of the backboard. And just like this, Stevenson's coming back the other way. Richmond has it to Paglioka. Now dump off onto the other side. Now on the ball. Liam Curtin's in the game for Stevenson, number 23 in green. And that ball is going to go the other way. Looks like a turnover. Stevenson.
Like Shy was trying to get down there to get that rebound, working down low from the point guard spot.
Aaron King checks into the ball game for Deshaun Miller.
Dab's coming back into the game for Stevenson.
That's pretty quick. Richmond checks out. Now coming the other way with it. Here's Ogbomo has it. Nice feed inside. Shofa drives all the way, able to get that one to go.
I'd like to see more of that right now from the Bengals. Richmond's out of the game. He just stepped out for a second. You'd like to see them attack the rim a little bit more.
Stevenson has it to Pagliocca and a travel. It's the second time Pagliocca has been called for a travel, just taking that extra step.
Taking that extra step, gotta get your dribble off. He might, know he's trying to get the best shot opportunity he can, but gotta make sure you're moving the ball with your feet going.
Pagliocca yesterday was 1 for 10, 0 for 5 from the three-point line. Definitely looking to improve on that today. Here's Kobe Jordan now. Going to pull up. That one's going to be short. In the fight for the ball, there's a foul on the floor. Good effort by Plainfield East going after that ball.
Richmond being out of the game for Stevenson already making a big effort. A huge offensive rebound opportunity there for the Bengals. Able to get close to the paint and get a nice shot off.
Inbound comes. Ogbomo picks it up. Has a little bit of space open for three. That one just strong off the back. Seen a lot of those shots going off the back of the rim. The pass now. Here's a three-point shot. That's up, and that shot is good. And able to knock that one down. Donnie Williams. And just like that, Stevenson knocking down another three-point shot. And coming the other way with it is Plainfield East. Here's a three-point shot that time, and that was an answer. Beautiful answer there as it was knocked down. Perfect for Elijah Little.
Number 3 on the jersey, 3 points on the board.
It's a one-point game. Stevenson up. 40 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And that ball's tipped and deflected. Stolen away. Little. Numbers. There's a 3-on-2 in the corner for 3. And that one just a little strong. But Kevin Shofa is able to track it down in the opposite corner. Dump down to Kobe Jordan, who puts it up and in.
Ogbomo with a great steal there, and then getting down the court to get a nice look for 3. Couldn't get it to go down, but Kobe Jordan able to recover and get a nice shot off.
And Stevenson can hold for the last shot of the quarter.
Clock dwindling.
Here's Bardick. He's going to have it up top, telling the offense where to go. Guarded by Ogbomo. 2 seconds left. And this shot's going to have to go up quickly. It does. And that's an air ball. And it was dabs. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. The Bengals up 14-13 after the end of the first quarter.
Our everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
This is your home for sports. Red left. SportsTownChicago.com.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic on SportsTownChicago.com. Daniel Coletta on the call here with Scott Kiefer. And Scott, pretty interesting first quarter we saw there between Stevenson and the Plainfield East Bengals. But right now, it's the Bengals holding on to a 14-13 lead. What did you like after quarter 1?
What I liked was seeing the Bengals kind of bounce back. At the beginning of the game, they were kind of committing a couple turnovers, not getting great connections passing-wise, but they were able to recover from that. What I'd like to see from Stevenson is they put the big man back in Richmond. I'd like to see him work more down low and see what he could do.
He's matched up with Chofa, who's a little bit smaller than him. As Ogbomo has the ball, going to drive all the way into the paint, and just another easy in-the-paint finish.
Under the radar right there, Chofa getting Richmond out of the way so Ogbomo can get inside and get a nice bucket.
Here's Bardick now to Donnie Williams. Hit a 3 in the first quarter. Now, Rocco
Nice
Pagliocca in the corner. Missed on the 3 that time. In a fight, it's going to remain with Stevenson, as the fight for the ball there was just a little too much.
Patriot basketball.
Paglioka still missing shots. He's got to recover from this one. A bad day yesterday. He's got to recover today.
Number 12, Ian Smith in the ball game for the Bengals as Paglioka was fouled. Shofa looks like he drove the foul and get a couple at the line.
I think he'll be able to make some momentum here, get some points at the line, and turn his game around. He is a big part of the Stevenson offense.
There's Paglioka's first shot at the line, and that one goes off the back rim.
Shoot one more.
See how they want to go about this here as the second free throw goes up, and it's good. He goes 1 for 2 at the line, and it's a 16-14 ball game. See how the Bengals counter, and it's Little with it. Back to Aaron King. Smith has it, now gets it onto the wing for Ogbomo, and Little.
Good call of travel.
It's a good three, but take it off the board as it is called a travel. Took that extra step again.
Little's just trying to create some space for himself. What I like from the Bengals is they let their players kind of create space for themselves, getting a couple mismatches and get some open space. But that time, got to dribble the ball to create that space.
Here's Donnie Williams, catch and shoot in the corner. No good. That one hits every part of the rim. Ogbomo the rebound. Plainfield, he's coming the other way with it. Ogbomo down the lane quickly. Had to adjust. That was an off-balance layup he threw up, and that was no good. The other way, nice dump off from Bardick, and able to lay it in is Atticus Richmond.
The big man just getting above everyone. There was a block attempt there, but the way he could just hold it up so high with his height, able to get that and just lay it softly into the net.
It was a beautiful feed from Aiden Bardick, and now there's an and one opportunity on the other end, but missed it. The foul's going to go on Aiden Bardick, and going to the line to shoot a couple is going to be Elijah Little.
Second foul for Pagliota there.
Team first.
Not a lot of foul trouble in this game for both teams, that is.
And there's Paglioka who picked up the foul.
Shoot one more.
Kobe Jordan coming back into the game. Shy coming back into the game for Stevenson.
Shy is back in the game. Number 22 in green for Stevenson. And the shot's up for Little. No good. And Shy gets the rebound. And now coming up ahead now, it's Richmond who has it to the corner. Donnie Williams dribbles to his left. Bardick has it up top now. Drives all the way into the paint. And an easy layup. That's the easiest shot you'll see from him all day. Let's see how Plainfield East wants to counter.
Looks like they might want to try to slow it down here a little bit.
It's Kobe Jordan, and he took a walk. Another extra step.
He tried a little jab step, but doing that kind of moved his other foot. He's got to just keep that pivot foot down.
Like he was going for a walk there in Central Park on that one. And so now Stevenson will inbound right in front of their own bench as they currently have the lead 18-17.
I do like from Stevenson is they are dipping into their bench a little bit here, going around, getting more players into the game.
Bardick gets the pass to the corner. It's Dabbs trying to three, and that's a pure three. Another great effort and another extra pass. And Jack Dabbs knocks
great
down.
Extra pass, wide open in that corner. The Bengals have to start guarding that. We've left a couple guys open on the far side, now on the short side of our vantage point.
There's Jordan going to try a three. Hesitated for a moment. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded. Coming to Dabbs. Stevenson comes the other way to Richmond inside. And that one's going to be a blocking foul called on Ian Smith. And now shooting a couple free throws will be Atticus Richmond.
Richmond using his body to just get inside on a nice move. But, a foul there from the Bengals. Now going back to the line.
His first, team second this quarter.
And Richmond finding his groove a little bit as he knocks down the first free throw. Kevin Shofa checks back into the game for Ian Smith.
Preston Kaplan coming in for Stevenson. Like to be known that he just went to the locker room because his jersey was on the opposite way.
Just interesting. To be honest, I didn't point that out. I've been so busy focused on everything else. So Deshaun Miller will bring it up. It's a 22-17 ball game. 23-17 now after that free throw. Here's Ogbomo on the wing. Gets it to Shofa up top. Pass to the left corner. Here is Miller going to try a long three, and he's knocking that one down.
Big three there.
Miller's hit a couple of long balls. Now coming back the other way. See how Stevenson wants to respond with Bardick. Richmond has it. Screen was set momentarily. Back to the corner for Bardick, going to try a three, and he knocks down a three. Stevenson's had some threes going in their favor.
The Bengals have got to start looking at these movement from Stevenson. They're getting a lot of open shots.
And down the lane, and that's going to be a travel. It looks like Ogbomo tried to go all the way into the paint, and they called the travel.
You know, we've seen Ogbomo try to get inside to get a nice shot off, but, man, that time just... I don't know. Stevenson playing very good defense, getting tight on the Bengals offense.
So now coming back the other way. Richmond has it. Down low to Dabbs, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. And it was on Kobe Jordan, number 24.
Kobe Jordan.
I feel like they got to get Kobe Jordan back into this game on offense. When they were finding him, he was able to get some good looks. They got to get him in.
Early and often, saw a couple pick and roll action with him. The inbound's triggered. It's caught by Richmond. Richmond has it, gets it on. Dabbs now tried to drive, put a move on Jordan. Bardick got it back. And now Dabbs drives into the lane all the way and uses that lane to finish with the left hand.
The length of Stevenson is what has them an 8-point lead right now. They're able to get around the Bengals defense.
So Jordan now has it up top. And trying to make a spin move. Kicks it to the corner. That shot's up, and that one's going to be off the back of the rim. No good. And Dabbs corrals the rebound as they go the other way. Gio looking for somewhere to go. Passes it, and that's going to be deflected out of bounds. Good attempt there by Little.
It was a good look. He had Richmond in the corner there. It was a good find, but just slow of a pass. The Bengals defense was able to try to intercept that one and ended up knocking it out of bounds.
To trigger the inbound. Richmond to Bardick up top, guarded by Ogbomo. Here's Dabbs going to try another three, and that's pure. The threes are raining for Stevenson right now.
That's what got them the big lead. They're creating that space to get the best looks.
Ogbomo driving the other way. Kicks it out. Three-pointer. Little. He knocks it down. He has a wide-open three, and the scoring drought is gone.
It's raining threes here at Hinsdale Central.
Plainfield East couldn't get anything momentarily. That three-point shot by Little gets it to go, brings it back to an 8-point game. Cross court, Bardick going to try a wide-open three, and he knocks it down.
The spacing Stevenson can create, moving the ball around. All the players keep moving, and they're able to get these open looks. That's three straight possessions for both teams with a three-pointer.
Jordan has it up top. He's going to try a three of his own. That's a little too strong. It rolls around the rim, and it goes in. He got the lucky bounce, and it's another three.
Good bounces from Kobe Jordan there. A little bit lucky on that one. Good wide-open look, though, for the Bengals.
How will Stevenson counter?
Probably with a three.
Richmond gets it down to Preston Kaplan. Missed it. Now coming the other way. Plainfield East trying to capitalize. Little drives inside. Spin move, and able to get it to go with the left hand. Oh, it looks like it's on the floor, and the basket is good. And just like that, you're going to get the three-point play opportunity for Elijah Little. That's just Richmond's first foul.
It's a nice play from Little there, but you'd like to see him kick it out there. There was two wide-open players, one on the wing and one in the corner for a wide-open three because Stevenson's defense broke down there. I'd like to see him get a little bit more vision, although he took it in and was able to get the bucket.
So Little at the line to get a couple. He shot 3 for 9 yesterday. 3 is 7 from the three-point land. Trying to complete this three-point play opportunity. 34-28 ball game. This to make it 34-29, which he does.
And he makes it.
Bengals starting to eat away at this lead Stevenson has had, kind of matching what they've done.
Seen a little bit more energy here in the last couple minutes as Plainfield East has tried to get back into it. Dabbs has it guarded by Little. Pagliocca back in the game to Donnie Williams in the corner. Kaplan has it now. Back to Dabbs. Faked on the three momentarily. Donnie Williams has it, guarded by Ogbomo. Dabbs going to try another three. He's been hot, and that's no good. That's off the rim, but the rebound goes to Stevenson. Pagliocca back to Kaplan. And now another extra lot of passing. And Pagliocca will put it up, just left it short. And the rebound to the Bengals.
Great passing from Stevenson there to create open space.
Now coming the other way here is Deshaun Miller, looking to create some space. Kicked it. Jordan almost lost. Had to grab it with his right hand. Now in the corner to Miller, guarded by Kaplan. Jordan trying to drive inside. Ogbomo has it, pulls up, just inside the three-point line, no good. Shofa tried to fight for the rebound, and it's able to be tipped into the hands of Elijah Little, who puts it up, and he knocks down a nice jumper.
Nice mid-range, keeping the defensive pressure up, trying to get these rebounds. They're able to get the ball back and get a nice shot off.
Pagliocca being hounded in the backcourt and try to get the ball over. Good defense by Ogbomo. Dabbs was going to try a three again. Kaplan has it now. Back to Donnie Williams. Donnie Williams looking to pass it, which he does to Pagliocca up top. Pagliocca going to drive, puts up a nice floater, and a rimmed in and out. Liam Curtin fighting for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Stevenson.
Unlucky for Pagliocca right now. Unlucky for him.
A couple substitutions coming in as Pagliocca.
Dabbs and Kaplan coming out for Stevenson.
Meanwhile, we got Kevin Clement in the game. Liam Curtin has the ball. And it's Donnie Williams, Aiden Bardick, as well as Atticus Richmond. Clement has it. Back to Bardick. Passes it to Donnie Williams. Has it on the wing momentarily. And here's a three for Richmond. And that one just a little strong. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to go to the Bengals.
Good passing position there from Stevenson. There was a couple good looks you'd like to see some of their guys take because they had a nice looking shot there, but they were just, passing the ball maybe a little bit too much there.
51 seconds left in the second quarter of action here between the Stevenson Patriots and the Plainfield East Bengals. 3-point game. Stevenson on top. Here's Elijah Little. Nice spin move. Try to get him up in the air, and he tries to get the jumper. No good. Stevenson will come away with it. Shot clock, game clock nearly identical. And they can pretty much take the last shot if they want to. Donnie Williams, though, being pressed by Miller. Nearly a steal by Little. To the corner, Bardick for three, and that's no good. And Plainfield East is going to come the other way. And ball was lost momentarily. Miller gets it back. He's going to try a three, and that was in and out. And with the last 10 seconds
slow down
left.
a little bit there.
Here goes Bardick in a hurry. 4 seconds left. Donnie Williams, three, and that is no good. And that's how the second quarter will end. The Stevenson Patriots are up 34-31 on top of the Plainfield East Bengals. We'll return for second half action of game 2 after this on SportsTownChicago.com.
Chicago, if you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7,
Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Blow the whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
It's a quarterback league. It has been. It's
still in.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. Red left. SportsTownChicago.com.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is your home for sports.
It's the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds.
Oh, howdy, folks. Clem, the old prospector here to tell you how you can strike it rich. You don't even need to pick up a shovel.
Hey, boss, he ain't working.
All you need is a giant food store bonus card to start saving big with big discounts every day.
That's what I'm talking about.
So come on in here to Giant today and get your bonus card. And don't forget to tell them Clem sent you. Yeah!
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m. where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball. News, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. Happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Game 2 of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic continues on SportsTownChicago.com between the Stevenson Patriots and the Plainfield East Bengals. Daniel Coletta on the call with Scott Kiefer. And Scott, a pretty interesting first half. It's a 3-point ball game, and Stevenson is up right now. What are you looking for from both teams? Number one, from Stevenson to close this thing out on their end, or for Plainfield East to get back into it?
Stevenson have to take advantage of their height advantage. We've seen Richmond be able to get into the paint, use his 6'8" frame to out-rebound, to create space to get a nice shot off. But what I'd like to see from Plainfield East is we've talked about Chofka getting down low, and actually battling with him. And I'd also like to see Agbomo keep driving to the basket. They've been able to get good looks with him driving in and getting a nice layup off.
This should be a very interesting second half to go. Plainfield East definitely, we thought coming into it, had that size going in their favor, but it's been a lot of the inside. Atticus Richmond has been making an impact on this game. You've also seen Jack Dabbs hit a couple of good three-pointers, and they've been all over on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, and the three-point ability from Stevenson is what has them up by 3 points. But the Bengals have been able to respond good back to them. You know, you'd think the way Stevenson is playing, they'd be destroying this game, but the Bengals just keep inching away at the lead from Stevenson, as we saw toward the end of the first half there.
Who's your impact player going into the second half for both teams?
I would like to see Jordan and Tofka get a little bit more into the game. Tofka definitely, Tofka on the defense, definitely. And then really the Stevenson team, I would like to see Pagliota get into the game. He's kind of been off a little bit today. We saw him off yesterday. I'd like to see him, kind of get back into a groove here.
Friendly reminder, winner of this game will play the winner of the game that happened just before this, Morgan Park, who's actually to our left on the bleachers here, waiting to play the winner of the Plainfield East Bengals and the Stevenson Patriots. That should be an interesting matchup for sure, as the start of the second half is upon us. You have Deshaun Miller out there with Ehi Agbomo, Kevin Shofa, Kobe Jordan, and Elijah Little. Meanwhile, for Stevenson, you have Atticus Richmond with Donnie Williams, Rocco Pagliocca, and then Jack Dabbs and Aiden Bardick out there. So it should be really interesting to see how Plainfield East wants to come out of this into the second half. So the inbound's going to go to the Bengals, and we are underway here, second half of action on SportsTownChicago.com. Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic Game 2. Here's Agbomo, has it up top. Put a move on. Gets it over to Little. And now Chofa has it in the corner. Kick to Agbomo. Jordan's able to get the ball. Nice pull up there. Too strong. And the rebound to Jack Dabbs.
Good look for Jordan there, but just a little bit too strong hitting the far side of the backboard.
So Aiden Bardick now throws it over to Richmond. Back up top, Donnie Williams dribbles with it to his left. Pagliocca dumped down to Dabbs, picked up by Jordan pretty well. To the opposite corner, Bardick going to drive. The kick to Donnie Williams, faked on it, drives inside. And now Bardick back in the corner. Good movement by Stevenson and a beautiful knockdown from Rocco Pagliocca.
The great ball movement. There were so many good looks for Stevenson to take there, but extra passes, getting wide open looks. Really good from Stevenson to start this half.
Shofa now has it. Plainfield East looking to respond. It's Elijah Little to Miller in the corner. And that ball just sailed over the head. It's going to be a turnover. Pagliocca ahead of the field, and there's going to be a foul on Little as Pagliocca basically had a wide open lane to the cup.
As I said, you'd like to see Pagliocca get back into this game, start off really well there, getting a nice open look three-pointer and getting a nice steal there.
Definitely makes up for his performance. Obviously, we said in the first half, yesterday he shot 1 for 10 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Definitely helps his cause. And Stevenson's looked aggressive here coming out so far early in the second half. 37-31 ball game. Patriots on top. Here's Bardick up top. Drives to the foul line, kicks it back out to Dabbs. Dabbs going to drive, kicks it back to Pagliocca. Another shot for 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. Donnie Williams able to get it. Pagliocca now has it guarded by Little. And now Bardick trying to go on Ogbomo. It's Donnie Williams. Double team came momentarily. Dumps it inside to Dabbs. Throws it down low to Richmond and beautiful feed inside.
Extra pass from Dabbs there, able to feed it to Richmond. That is a great look from Dabbs.
So Plainfield East now. Down to Shofa, and there's a foul going to be called on the floor. And that's going to be Dabbs, yeah. Looked like for a minute he pointed over at his own teammate, Pagliocca.
I think Dabbs kind of couldn't believe that one himself.
So Kevin Shofa will get a pair at the line. It's the team's first foul of the second half. The first shot's up and good. And so far, Plainfield East, nothing going offensively so far except these first couple free throws. Stevenson's looked energized coming out here in the second half as Shofa knocks down the second. It's a 39-33 ball game.
Bengals have got to get a nice defensive possession here. Start eating away at this lead that the Patriots have.
Pagliocca has it. Dribbles to his left. Gets it to Donnie Williams on the wing. Kick out to Dabbs. Back to Bardick. Drives in the lane. And all the way down the lane is Bardick. Just a little too strong. Rebound to Plainfield East.
A little too strong. Yeah, an open man. Got to keep looking for passes.
Ogbomo throws it back up top to Miller. They'll reset. Has Bardick on him. Gets it to Ogbomo. Drives in the lane. Nice reverse under the basket and able to get that one to fall.
Beautiful acrobatics from Ogbomo there.
It's a 4-point ball game. Bardick momentarily had it. Donnie Williams tries to go down the lane. Kick out. It's Richmond. Lost the ball. It's going to be a turnover for Stevenson. Looks like he stepped on someone's shoe. And just like that, it's a turnover for Plainfield East as they turn it over.
Miller gets a nice little steal there, poking the ball away, but you got to capitalize on that turnover in transition. Got to find your guys. You can't be giving up turnovers like that. That's why they're down by 4 here.
Craig Gia back in the game here for Stevenson. Gets it to Richmond. Back to Pagliocca up top. And now Bardick drives into the lane this time. Gets it to go. It's going to be an and one opportunity.
The way he fights his way into the lane. We've seen it a bunch at the start of this quarter. The way he fights in, it's with so much momentum and so much ferocity. You like to see it.
It's Deshaun Miller's second foul. It's the team's second. So Bardick will try to complete the three-point opportunity. And he does. Knocks it down there. And right now it is a 7-point ball game, 42-35.
Feels a lot closer than what the score tells you, though.
Elijah Little gets it to Shofa. Ogbomo got the ball back. Pass to Shofa. Faked on a three. Going to drive all the way back around. Puts a spin move on in the paint. Goes up. And strong. Hits on the back. And it hit 3 times before bouncing in.
Couple lucky bounces there for Shofa. Great to see him fighting down low.
The one thing that worked early on in the game for Plainfield East was the ability to drive inside and see if they can get that going here. Bardick has the ball now. Back to the corner. It's Atticus Richmond on the wing to Pagliocca. Bardick going to try another 3. Open space. Knocks it down. And another 3-pointer for Stevenson in this game.
the Patriots are spreading out, and I love to see it. They're confusing the Bengals defense.
Inside to Shofa, faked on it. First time pump fake. Nice one, and he gets it to go.
Just getting more involved in this game as we go on.
Pagliocca throws one up. Runner no good. Rebound to Miller. The Bengals
shot there.
come the other way with it. Guarded by Gia. Tries to put a spin on. Double team came. Stolen by Bardick. And thrown ahead to Atticus Richmond, who's just going to throw it down with authority.
That's a big man move right there.
And there's going to be a timeout called. And just like that, they want to talk things over. But so far, this second half, it's been pretty entertaining. Stevenson looks a little bit more energized, but we've talked about Plainfield East wanting to get back into it. It's been the inside points for them.
Yeah, and it's not like they've come out flat this quarter. They've come out very strong, but some of the looks that they're getting, you can definitely see that they got to pass the ball around more. They got to find the open man. They got to spread out. Look at how Stevenson's doing, able to find so many open guys and get some really good looks.
Stevenson, if they keep this momentum up, they're well on their way to victory, and they look like it so far. They will face off against Morgan Park tomorrow. That game would be at 12:30. Catch the action here on SportsTownChicago.com. Meanwhile, Plainfield East, they still fighting. They're down 47-39, but again.
And, we've seen a lot of games where, I saw 2 games last night where teams up by 9 and they end up just fighting back. So we could see Plainfield East go on a little bit of a run here for the Bengals.
See how Plainfield East wants to attack this out of the timeout. It'll be an interesting matchup. Stevenson, if they face off with Morgan Park tomorrow, if they can pull one out in this game. Meanwhile, you can catch the game after this. That should be an interesting one. As you talk about Lincoln Way Central, as they're going to go up against Schaumburg, who lost to Hinsdale Central. That should be an interesting game. That game will come on at 12:30. We'll have that on SportsTownChicago.com.
2 teams that kind of came out flat yesterday. You'd like to see them kind of rebound in the game today later on.
It's been a great Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic so far. See if we can keep it going. Plainfield East, how will they respond? Shofa gets it. It's a little. Looking for somewhere to distribute the ball. Gets it back up top to Shofa. Ogbomo looks like he was calling for the ball momentarily. And Shofa drives down the lane, and it looks like it's going to be a turnover. Stevenson had it, and there's a travel called. And so the ball will maintain in possession of Plainfield East.
Travel call, but I didn't really see him move much. I mean, he threw the ball out. It looked like he got pushed around by a Bengals player, resulting in a turnover.
Shofa will get the inbound back to Little, guarded by Dabbs, who had a couple nice three-pointers in the first half. And there's a foul on the floor as Jordan was trying to get the ball inside.
It's a good move, feeding Jordan down low. He's been able to work down low, get nice open looks, get a nice layup, or even just get a nice little elbow shot.
And that's Bardick's second foul of the game. Shofa able to get the inbounds. Back to Aaron King, who checked into the game. Ogbomo, the kick out. Shofa for 3, and that's no good. The rebound is Gia, able to get it in a lot of traffic. And now Bardick comes the other way with it. And now the kick. Here's Dabbs. Faked on the 3. Pagliocca has it to Gia. Gia drives inside, and it's going to get the and-one opportunity. Beautiful adjustment in traffic, and he's going to get a 3-point opportunity.
Stevenson's ability to get inside. We talk a lot about how they're shooting and creating space, but also their ability to get inside, get this contact, and put it into the basket, resulting in these 3-point play opportunities. That has been a big difference for the Patriots today.
That's Ogbomo, his first personal foul. And Gia will complete the 3-point play opportunity, which he does. And it's an 11-point ball game here with 2:42 to go in quarter number 3 of game 2 of this excellent Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. How will Plainfield East respond? Here's Ogbomo up top. Going down low, puts one up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's gathered by Liam Curtin. Curtin brings it up the floor. Pagliocca stop and pop for 3. No good. It looks like it just rimmed off. And now coming the other way with it, here's Plainfield East.
Good look for Pagliocca there.
He's had some shots, just haven't gone in his favor. And Shofa drives all the way inside. And just like that, there's going to be some opportunities for Plainfield East.
So foul on Shia there.
Great shot.
And that's
trying to get a block there on Toffa.
And that's going to be Shaw picking up the foul. So Shofa at the line, chance to cut it to a 9-point ball game with both free throws, which he knocks down the first.
Getting a couple good bounces.
It's been working in favor. So he makes the first, made a 10-point. This one to cut the lead down to 9. It's Plainfield East looking to battle back here. And the shot up there and good. 2 for 2.
I'll start trying to fight to get back into this game here. Start seeing the full court press defense.
And Ja tried to pass it to Dabbs, but it's going to be deflected out of bounds. Deshaun Miller able to knock that one away.
Good defensive effort there from Miller getting in front of that pass. He was wide open. He was able to recover for that one.
Ja will throw the inbound in to Bardick. To Donnie Williams now. Dribbling with it to his left. Kicks it to Bardick and a drive inside, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. And that's going to be Deshaun Miller. It's his third personal foul of this ball game.
Play a little bit more physical as we get deeper into this third quarter.
Miller has 3 points on the ball game, and there's an offensive foul going the other way. Plainfield East a chance now, after that, to capitalize.
His first, Stevenson's
The start of a nice Bengals run here. Let's see if they can get some good possessions here, kind of get this back before the end of the quarter.
So Jordan now has it to Ian Smith, who checked into the ball game. Miller back to Shofa, tries a mid-range, and it's pure, knocks it down.
Shofa's shot's got 15 points. He's rocking it today.
7-point ball game, and the timeout's going to be called. 30 seconds, we'll keep it here. And Stevenson just wants to talk things over really quick, but Plainfield East, the mid-range game, Kevin Shofa, you see what he's been able to do, contributing here for this Bengals team. And it's a 7-point ball game, but Stevenson does still look like they are in control, but Plainfield East getting back into it. It's been all the mid-ranges and getting inside.
I will admit, about 2 minutes ago, it felt like all of the momentum was on Stevenson's side, but you're starting to see, I feel a little bit of a change here going. The Bengals have had a couple good possessions, a good defensive possession. Maybe this could be a start of them getting back into the game. It's only 7-point difference. There's still going to be 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then we still got a minute 32 left in the third quarter here. So a lot of basketball to be played, a lot of time to get back into this game.
And Schaumburg is walking right underneath us to the locker room as they obviously are getting ready to face off next against Lincoln Way Central. Should be an interesting match, as you said. That game's going to be at 12:30. And now Stevenson, with 1:32 to go in quarter number 3, is up 7 points with possession of the ball as Donnie Williams will bring the ball up the floor. Here's Gia now.
Running a little bit of a zone.
Tosses it to the corner. It's Dabbs. As you said, that zone defense initially. Here's Gia. Back to the corner to Dabbs. Going to try to catch and shoot 3. And that one's just off, but rebounded into the hands of Pagliocca. And they're trying to get him trapped in the corner. And he gets it back to Donnie Williams. Drives in the lane. Back out. Here's Gia going to try a 3. And that's no good. Rebound right into the hands for Kobe Jordan.
Like to see the pressure from the Bengals defense there.
Here's Aaron King. Spin around, gets back to Jordan. And that one's going to be kicked to Smith. And now Miller up top will reset.
Smith had it. He kind of had a rhythm to take a shot there, but just bobbled the ball a little bit.
Here's the shot. That's going to be up, and it hung around the rim. No good for Jordan. And now the shot clock and game clock are nearly identical, as Stevenson can hold if they want to for the last shot. So it'll be Gia up top.
Haven't seen Richmond in the game too long this quarter.
Had a big first half. Here's Dabbs now. Gets it to Curtin. Back to Dabbs. Game clock down to 10. Shot clock same as well. And now Pagliocca has it, trying to put a move on Aaron King. Screen was set momentarily. Shofa picks up Pagliocca. 3 to go, and a little floater's up and good for Pagliocca at the end of the quarter.
Beautiful possession there from Pagliocca. Driving around, getting into space, getting a nice little floater shot off.
At the end of 3, Stevenson 52, Bengals 43. We'll get you fourth quarter action coming up next on SportsTownChicago.com.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Fourth quarter action resumes here on SportsTownChicago.com for Game 2 of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. The Plainfield East Bengals looking at a deficit 52-43 as we start this fourth quarter. Daniel Coletta on the call here with Scott Kiefer. Scott, what are you looking for? It's been a pretty interesting game, but Plainfield East, obviously we talked all game about their ability to get inside. What's the main takeaway that you're seeing out of Stevenson or for Plainfield East to get back into it?
Plainfield East to get back into it. They got to figure out Agbomo. I feel like they didn't really use him that much in the third quarter there, but I do like to see them getting Chaffa into the game and also Kobe Jordan. But what I like to see from Stevenson, what was working for them, is getting Richmond into the game. That third quarter, he kind of felt a little bit invisible. We were talking about it off air.
The winner of this game will take on Morgan Park tomorrow. That game at 12:30 will have the action for you. Is Bardick going to drive straight to the cup, and he's going to get fouled. And Stevenson will get a couple free throws, courtesy of Aiden Bardick driving to the basket.
I like the way that Stevenson fights their way to get into the dirty area, cause some fouls, calls a little chaos down there for the Bengals defense.
And that's Kevin Schofa picking up the foul as Bardick knocks down the first free throw. Bardick, the junior guard, 6'3". And he's looked fantastic so far. And he knocks down both free throws at the line. Definitely one of the clear leaders for the Stevenson team. Let's see, Plainfield East. The time is now for them to get back into it. Agbomo has the ball. Got it over to Little, going to try the three, and that's an air ball. King tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds, and it's going back to Stevenson.
I'd like to see a better possession from the Bengals there. They got the open shot, but their shooters just aren't getting the best attempts off.
The foul was called on the floor as Lincoln Way Central's going to their locker room on the other side of the gym. Just passing, going by, see if they have what it takes to compete when the next game facing off against Schaumburg. It should be an interesting one. So Pagliocca has the ball now for Stevenson, bringing it up. Deshaun Miller guarding him, gets it to Bardick. Agbomo right up in his grill, though. Pagliocca picks up his dribble, drives inside. The kick out, Donnie Williams for three, and that's a little too strong. Rebound to Agbomo. Goes ahead now. Miller has it, drives in the lane, and just a little too strong. But Aaron King fighting for that rebound, and it's going to be fought for on the floor. Foul called, and it's going to remain with Plainfield East.
Foul on Richmond there. Good to see that the Bengals fighting for rebounds there. You know, Richmond at a 6'8" frame, I think he'd be able to get a lot of these easy rebounds, but great fight there.
So Miller now triggered the inbound, gets it to Agbomo. Pagliocca, screen was set momentarily by King, and it's a lost ball turnover. Agbomo just lost control of it.
Yeah, you know, Pagliocca getting in front of him, you know, able to make him. They tried to set a screen, probably wanted them to go left, but you know, the Stevenson defense just crowding the area, forced them to go right. He just lost the ball.
Some of the smaller defenders, though, even though it's compromises with size, makes up with some of the ability to steal that ball.
Absolutely.
Try to get him in the backcourt. Bardick quickly over to Pagliocca, to Donnie Williams. The feed, Dabs, gets it to the corner. There's Atticus Richmond, pulls one up and knocks it down. That is a pure jumper from Atticus Richmond.
You know, he is the big part, no pun intended, he's the big part of their offense. Finding him wide open. Even took a dribble there. He had so much time. Bengals defense got to start trapping.
57-43 now is the score as Little drives in the lane, and there's going to be a foul called. And the officials it's going to be Jack Dabbs picking up his foul there.
Foul's on 13. Dabbs.
That's his second foul, as Elijah Little will go to the line to shoot a pair. And the first free throw is down and through.
Shoot these free throws. We got a lot of really good games on later. You know, the one after this one, like you said, it's actually a very interesting matchup in the consolation bracket.
As you said, talk about that game, Lincoln Way Central and Schaumburg. Game at 12:30. Then later on, 2 o'clock, you got Lane Tech. It was an interesting game last night. They go up against Morton. Then for the afternoon action, you got Marion Catholic taking on Niles North. And Brother Rice, their first time ever in this Hinsdale Central tournament, as that ball is going to be tried to be laid up by Richmond. Got his own rebound, able to put that one back up and in. Brother Rice, though, taking on Rockford Auburn should be an interesting matchup. And then DePaul Prep will take on the home Hinsdale Central. And then we'll conclude action this evening at 8:30 with Oswego East taking on Maine South. And Schofa is going to try a nice pull-up jumper there, and that one goes down.
Nice shot from the elbow. That's kind of been his spot so far. We've kind of seen throughout this game.
So Stevenson just trying to wind as much clock as they can. Have a 12-point lead so far. To the corner, it's Richmond. Back to Pagliocca. And now Bardick, who set it up top.
What a find in a bad spot there.
Here's Donnie Williams. Back to Richmond. And now driving down the lane, Pagliocca tried to put it up. Went off the front of the rim. Rebound to Kobe Jordan. Here's Little going ahead. And with the left hand, able to get that one off glass. And back to 10-point game.
The Bengals showing some real big fight here. Trying to just get back in this game.
And just at that, Stevenson's going to call the timeout. It's a full timeout. I'm just talking it over really quick here. But one thing you said, we talked about obviously them being able to get back into it. Started this fourth quarter here, didn't really look like they had much going. But Stevenson still being able to get those easy baskets. And Atticus Richmond, that fourth quarter, didn't really see much in the third, but he hit a nice knockdown three there.
Yeah, almost like he's listening to the broadcast. We say, he wasn't really out there for the third quarter. As soon as he steps back in, he makes a big three. And that was a huge swing for Stevenson to kind of just keep going with this lead. But the Bengals are showing fight to get back into this game. Chofa really finding his spots all over the court. They got to start locking up on defense. I've said about it the whole time. The Patriots' way to get into space and create a lot of open spots, a lot of open shots. The Bengals need to start containing their offense.
Decent sized crowd here at the Hinsdale Bank Gym on the opposite side on the home stands. Not really too many over here on the away side. We saw quite a few St. Charles East fans earlier right in front of us in that Morgan Park matchup. But so far, both teams evenly matched. But it's been the Bengals who are down 10, and Stevenson's just looked like the better team overall, as we talked about.
Still early morning. It's only noon here, You got
to get your rhythm.
The crowd will start coming out here soon.
So coming out of the timeout, it will be Patriot basketball. And Donnie Williams will trigger the inbound. Let's see how they want to run this coming out of the timeout. And it's Richmond who'll get the ball, and it's an over and back.
Oh. He didn't realize that could be called there, thinking he can go on both sides there.
Just saw Richmond, saw him take that step. He immediately was confused, but they're going to call that every time. The official's right there.
Absolutely. Got to be more aware on plays like that.
Can the Bengals capitalize? You've got 5:15 to go, a 10-point ball game. Stevenson up. Here's Little. And inside to Jordan. Double team momentarily. Chofa gets the ball back for three. No good. And the rebound to Ogbomo. He can't get it to go. A fight for the rebound again. Ogbomo has it, puts it up, and gets the and one opportunity.
Rebounding ability from the Bengals there. Keeping the possession alive. Letting Ogbomo get into space and get a nice shot off. Drawing the foul. Now it'll go to the line.
You said your impact player for Plainfield East in the second half has to be Ogbomo here. Let's see if we can get it started here in this fourth quarter. And the lead will go down to 7 with Ogbomo making this free throw. And he gets it to rattle in.
Only 8 points on the day for Ogbomo. I'd like to see him more into it.
Deshaun Miller will check out. Aaron King comes back in. 7-point ball game, 59-52. And it's going to be foul. They call it on the floor.
Boma, that's the second foul of the game.
Number 2, Oklahoma. Second.
You said his second foul.
Not many players on Plainfield East in some foul trouble here as we go into the crunch time of the fourth quarter.
Craig Gia back into the game as Donnie Williams has the ball, gets it to Jack Dabbs up top. Look to get the ball to Richmond, which he does. And Gia lost control of the ball, has to throw it back, and that ball is out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Stevenson. Looks like there was a fight momentarily, but it's going to maintain with the Patriots.
Fight for the ball, that is.
Yes.
Not a fight on the court. We don't need that. Too many good vibes here.
And the ball is going to stay with Stevenson. Ogbomo tried to throw it off Bardick. Tried to plead his case to the official. Stevenson will get the ball back.
Liaka back into the game for Stevenson.
Gio wasn't out there for long. They bring him back in. Richmond has the ball. Dribbles with it to his left. Gets it to Bardick. Nearly a steal by Ogbomo. Dabbs has it. Faked on the three. Tried to drive inside on Jordan. Was cut off. Back out to the wing. Williams to Bardick. And just like that. Shot clock violation. Didn't really pay attention to the clock at all.
You know, we've seen that there's a couple instances from Stevenson down the stretch here. They're not being aware to certain situations. You got the overback foul there. You got shot clock violation there. You got to be aware in these crunch time moments with the Bengals starting to come back.
So now here comes Plainfield East. Can they get some points on the board? 4 minutes to go in quarter number 4 of game 2. And the ball is loose on the floor. And Kobe Jordan dove for the ball. And looks like they're going to alternate possession. It's going to Plainfield East. And looks like they called a timeout as well. So we'll stay here as they call the timeout. But the one thing that Plainfield East has done well, they've been able to get back on the defensive side of things. They've kind of limited what Stevenson's been able to do in the last couple minutes. And overall, just attacking. Ogbomo, you want to see him go to the rim. That is your impact player of this game so far, Scott. So do you see him getting involved here?
I do. You know, he's only sitting at 8 points on the game. So you like to see him get into it a little bit more because when he does get the ball, he's making plays out there. He's getting into the dirty area as well, and he's able to get shots off. It's a great look for him. You'd like to see him in the game a little bit more.
It's always good to have something going in your favor and also getting your teammates involved as well, which he's more than capable of doing. But in a 59-52 ball game, 3:56 to go here in quarter number 4. It's been a great game so far. Both teams fighting to continue on in the consolation side of the bracket. The winner of this game will play Morgan Park tomorrow at 12:30. Should be a very
interesting great game so far. You know, this game, yeah, it's a 7-point deficit, but it has been a close game. Good plays on both sides of the ball.
Shofa got the inbound from Miller, driving in the lane. Ogbomo the kick. Miller for 3, and that one goes off the rim. And Dabbs is able to get the ball back as he throws it ahead. Here's Bardick, got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Bardick down the lane, and there's a foul on the floor. It's going to be a blocking foul. Looks like Kobe Jordan's going to pick that one up. And good effort there from Stevenson going back in transition.
Kind of called it a little bit late there, that blocking foul.
Did look a little late.
After the shot was even bouncing off the rim, so a little bit late there.
As you said, that was a late call. It looked like by the time he hit the floor is when they called the foul.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. Bardick knocks down the first free throw, brings it back to an 8-point ball game.
Schaumburg just outside the doors here, getting ready to play after this.
As you said, they take on Leakin Way Central. That game will start at 12:30. We'll have the action for you guys here on SportsTownChicago.com. As Plainfield East comes back the other way, you got Ogbomo with the ball on the wing. Donnie Williams guarding. And step back, knocks down a nice shot. There's Ogbomo with a nice shot there that rattles in. Back to an 8-point ball game.
Full court press here for the Bengals.
Richmond has it. Got it back to Bardick. Bardick back to Richmond. They're trying to advance the ball quickly now. 3:10 to go in quarter number 4 here. Dabbs has it in the corner, guarded by Chofa, drives around him, goes down the lane, and is able to lay it up and in.
You know, we talk a lot about Richmond's performance here today, but he's been great.
And the respond on the other end, Little able to go the other way. And the timeout's going to be called.
That's what I was saying. We were talking a lot about how Richmond was playing today. but going very under the radar. You know, Dabs had an incredible game, shooting from three, also driving in right there to get a nice little shot.
Was able to counter and Little able to get the response. It's 63-56, a 30-second timeout as we stay here with you guys. It's been a very intriguing matchup. Obviously, both teams have matched up well. Going into this game, we thought that Plainfield East had the height advantage, but it's been the shooting early from Stevenson and just overall the ability to disrupt some of the shots for Plainfield East. That's been Stevenson's bread and butter and looking like they could lock up this game if they continue to play like this.
What I do like to see from Stevenson right here is, we're starting to get into the crunch time right now, and the Bengals are pulling out the full court press. Stevenson's been able to use their great passing ability to get out of bad situations. We saw it even in their own end where they had double teams on Paglioka. They were able to get out of that. You see it now with the full court press. They're able to get past all that.
It's a 7-point ball game. The Patriots on top 63-56. They talk it over momentarily. And so the ball will be inbounded by Stevenson underneath the basket. Bardick to trigger the inbound. You got Dabs out there on the floor with Richmond, Donnie Williams, and then Paglioka. And then meanwhile for Plainfield East, you've got Ogbomo with Elijah Little, and then Aaron King and Kevin Shofa with Kobe Jordan as well. So a momentary stoppage of play as officials talk things over at the scorers table.
2:55 left, a lot of time for the Bengals.
Dabs gets the inbound, throw it ahead, and Shofa is able to get the steal. And now coming the other way with it, Plainfield East. Here's Aaron King. To Ogbomo, guarded by Bardick, tries a step back three, and that's going to be short. Oh, nice rebound there in position was Little, and it's going to stay with Plainfield East.
Kobe Jordan a little shaken up on that play there after the pass down the court. Little shaken up there.
Miller will come back into the game for Aaron King. Keep an eye on Jordan as he's holding on. So keep an eye on him as Ogbomo picks the ball up. Jordan set the screen momentarily, and Ogbomo is going to drive in the lane. And he's able to dump it off to Jordan, and he's able to get the layup to go.
Great pass from Ogbomo right there. His passing ability has set up the Bengals so many times today.
It's a 5-point game. Paglioka bringing the ball up. Here's Bardick now, has it, the kick, Dabs. Looking in the lane, puts one up, and rattles around and no good. And Miller with the rebound.
Unlucky bounce there from Dabs.
Plainfield East can capitalize. Down the lane is Ogbomo blocked. Looks like Atticus Richmond got his hand on it, was able to get the block. Now going the other way, Miller to Paglioka, able to pick it up, and Richmond with the up and under. Beautiful.
Beautiful play from Atticus Richmond there. Using his reversibility to get around and get a nice shot off and extend the Patriots lead.
And the timeout's going to be called by Stevenson. It's 63-58 when you just thought that looks like Ogbomo might have got to the rack and laid it up, but Richmond got his hand on the ball, and just like that, it's a beautiful attempt. And now Stevenson's just going to figure out what they want to do here, playing defense-wise. And if they can hold on, they can get the victory and will advance to play Morgan Park tomorrow. That should be a very interesting matchup, obviously. But the one thing that does go in Plainfield East, they're playing a hardly fought game, so you can't knock anything from them.
No, they've played a great game so far.
Just finished talking things over. And Ogbomo trying to get his teammates involved. You saw it there on the dish to Kobe Jordan. And they break huddle. And let's see how these teams want to go about it. 1:51 left in this great fourth quarter between both these teams. The Patriots up 65-58.
Main five out for both teams out there. Williams, who didn't really start the game today, kind of found his rhythm in the game, got a spot in this crunch time situation.
Miller will pick the ball up, let it roll for just a few, and now Ogbomo has it on the wing, guarded by Bardick down low, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. It's going to be Donnie Williams picking that one up.
Williams a little confused by that
Fouls
one.
on 21, Donnie Williams.
So that's Donnie Williams' second foul of the game. Plainfield East. Triggers inbound. It's going to be Shofa, handoff Ogbomo. was at the foul line, drives inside, and heavy traffic got it back, and Little tried to put it up. It's no good.
Well, blocked by Dabbs there underneath.
And it's going to be Richmond has it, and it's going to be full timeout called by Stevenson. And they just want to talk things over with possession of the ball. But the one thing you've seen, the defense has been there, swarming inside of Stevenson and not really letting any free shots go up for the Bengals.
Yeah, they've definitely, crowded them a little bit more as we get into the crunch time here. But Stevenson's passing ability, the ability to get out of these situations where the Bengals are double teaming some of their top players like Richmond and Pagliocca. You see them double team them and them being able to pass the ball away and create more space, start running plays on offense.
And obviously, besides this game, we know the winner will play Morgan Park. What are you looking most forward to? Action, obviously, next between you have Lincoln Way Central and Schaumburg. Who would you think is your prediction-wise to go on and move on in that bracket?
I like the consolation bracket, how it is. There's some really good teams there. I think that Schaumburg, both teams came out flat yesterday. So I'd like to see how they respond to that one. I think I'm going to go Schaumburg with that one. Both teams came out very poor. And I think Schaumburg might have the edge there in that one. Some of the games later in the championship bracket slate, you got some very good games right there. The primetime game, as we've been saying, the home team, Hinsdale Central, facing off against DePaul Prep at 7 o'clock.
DePaul Prep obviously blew out Lincoln Way Central yesterday. That should be a very fun matchup as they go up against the home Hinsdale Central Red Devils. That should be a very interesting game. We'll have that game at 7 o'clock here on SportsTownChicago.com. But other games, Brother Rice, we talked about them, obviously. First time in the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic, and they looked good yesterday, obviously beating Plainfield East. But in this game, meanwhile, you got a minute 30 left. Richmond gets the ball to Dabbs. Double teamed momentarily, has to throw it away. It's a high one to Bardick, able to corral it. And now he has it, gets it to the corner. It's Richmond, back to Bardick. Back to Dabbs. Been able to move the ball well. Pagliocca going to pass it across court. 7 on the shot clock. Time winding down, a foul called on the floor. And it's going to actually go the other way. It looks like
Stevenson's height advantage, able to put the ball up high, toss it cross court. That's what was able to keep them with possession, get out of these bad situations we've been seeing a lot in this fourth quarter.
It's going to go to the Bengals. It's Ogbomo going to get it. It's a 65-58 ball game. A minute to go here. It's Ogbomo off glass, got it to go. And a beautiful lay-in. And it's going to be a timeout. It's Plainfield East.
It's like this next game probably will not be starting on time at 12:30. Might be a little bit delayed as there's still some time left in this game. Got to have a 10-minute period of warm-up for the next game in.
The Patriots are up 5 right now, 65-60. But overall, we said it's been a very nice game to call. Both teams have had multiple opportunities. And Plainfield East, we thought coming into the second half they'd have their opportunities, which they have. And Plainfield East, they just haven't been capitalizing off of what Stevenson has had turnover-wise.
Yeah, the Stevenson, when they do turn the ball over, they've played a very good game of basketball. But when they are making turnovers, the Bengals, and they're missing their shots, the Bengals just haven't found a way to capitalize off it. There was a little bit of a run there at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but not really much throughout this game, and that's why they find themselves down by 5 coming into the final minute.
And so both teams will finish talking it over here as they're about to break huddle. And basically, what Stevenson can do here is just keep the ball. Keep the ball and try to run out the clock, get fouled by Plainfield East. And it looks like they're well on their way to victory. But with 56.4 left, anything could happen.
Game is not over for the Bengals. They can still play the way that they like to and be able to create some sort of offense to get a comeback. But you got to play some tough defense with an inbound here for Stevenson.
So now the ball be triggered. Inbound from Pagliocca to Donnie Williams. Going to be hounded in the corner momentarily. Got it away to Dabbs. And here's Bardick back to Dabbs. And he's able to get it with the right hand to lay it up and in. That might just be the nail in the coffin.
Jack Dabbs, he's been incredible today.
Ogbomo tries to drive inside. Fake to Jordan inside, and he lays that one in.
Connection between Ogbomo and Jordan has been on point today. You like to see it.
And that one's going to be knocked away. It's going to maintain with Stevenson.
Knocked out on Miller. 31.
Good effort.
Left. Time is starting to dwindle for the Bengals. Still a 5-point deficit.
Said 5-point deficit. Pagliocca gets the inbound. Double team momentarily. Bardick now gets the double team quickly. And just like that, there's going to be a foul called on the floor.
Timeout called.
And the timeout, looks like Stevenson got it. It was granted to them.
Be another inbound opportunity below the basket.
Timeout, Stevenson.
So Stevenson wants to talk it over. It's their last timeout, obviously, as you heard, they are out of timeouts.
25 seconds remaining.
You know, good defense by the Bengals there on the inbound, you know, able to kind of cause a little bit of confusion. That's what made them call the timeout.
25 seconds will remain in the game as you see Lincoln Way Central directly across from us.
Stevenson sitting just outside, or Schaumburg's sitting just outside the double doors on the left side of the court from our vantage point, obviously. That'll take place right after this one. A little bit of grace period in between.
Schaumburg obviously losing to the hometowners and the hosters of this tournament, the Red Devils of Hinsdale Central last night. But overall, we're in for another hopefully exciting game, as both games, as you said this morning, have been great to watch. And a fair amount in attendance for this game. Had a fair amount earlier for that St. Charles East Morgan Park game.
You know, a couple teams that maybe didn't play their best yesterday, you know, Morgan Park and St. Charles East, they came out and had an amazing game to start. And then even this one, you know, it's a 5-point deficit, but the Bengals have been just fighting and fighting this entire game.
And Stevenson had opportunities. Yesterday, Rockford Auburn, that 2-point loss, kind of a thriller in that game. But this game, looks like they're in control with a 5-point lead. 25.9 to go. Atticus Richmond on the inbound. Gets it to Bardick. Got the double momentarily, and now he gets out of there. Rushes up the floor, and the foul is going to be called. And Stevenson will go to the line.
19.6. Start getting the line. Starts to feel like a Patriot victory here.
Patriots look very good, and it looks like they are well on their way to victory as Aiden Bardick shoots a pair of free throws. The first one rolls around, no good. And substitutions as Ogbomo and King will come out, and Little will come in.
Ogbomo's just talking to the coach here.
Looks like he was
trying to get a little game plan going.
And gets the second one to go. Bardick. 68-62. And the final seconds of this game will wind down. The three is up. That's going to be an air ball. And the foul, Ogbomo just ties him up.
And that should be all she wrote for the Patriots. Another pair of free throws coming up here. But that should be all she wrote. They're up by 6 with 12.7 left. Great performance from Richmond and the rest of the Patriots today. Good response game from yesterday.
Fantastic overall as the Patriots responded. As you said from yesterday, the first free throw from Atticus Richmond is good. He's going to get his second opportunity.
The Bengals will be moving on to the, another game tomorrow. They'll have a 9:30 game against St. Charles East tomorrow, game 17 of this 32-game slate.
Obviously, that gives Plainfield East something to think about with St. Charles. And they'll just rush the ball up as that one was missed. And Jordan's going to try a three. That's no good. Off the rim. And that will do it. The Stevenson Patriots get their first win of the Hinsdale Central Tournament, 69-62 over the Plainfield East Bengals. And they will move on to play Morgan Park tomorrow. And that game will be at 12:30. We'll have it on SportsTownChicago.com. Meanwhile, coming up next, we have a good game between Lincoln Way Central and Schaumburg. We'll have the action coming up for you guys momentarily on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film,